Hey Moglets! Today we're going to be trying the artifact strongbox, loot box, RNG box. I'm still not sure exactly how it works, so yeah, we have 4 artifacts here to choose from. Gladiator, Oblige. Those are the only 2 I'm really interested in, I suppose. I don't know if this will change at one point. I assume it will. Maybe it's a weekly thing. Gladiator is generally a pretty good set though, just for that attack boost. When you're not sure what 4-piece to give a character. But I do believe I need some Oblige as well. So we're gonna start with some Gladiator. Oh, and we can put in a lot. Should we just do... I'm gonna start with 1 strongbox. We also have run the new artifact domain once. I wanna run it a lot more because these sets are interesting too, but I don't have any artifact space. So this is why we're doing that today. We are gonna start with these though, because they're kind of bad anyway. And sure, this Gilded Corsage isn't that great either. All right, so is that it? Mystic Offering? Let's go. Okay, it's completely random. I thought you could like, oh no, those are the 4 like sets you can choose from. And then you just get a completely random gladiator piece. Oh no, okay, that kind of sucks. So it's completely RNG, just a totally random gladiator piece. We'll try it a couple more times and we'll throw that HP goblet in there as well. So now we're getting 3 at once. I don't know, let's just try it. First impressions, it's pretty horrible. Okay, we got 3 sands. As long as one of them is attack, you know, I'll be happy. Okay, I mean, if it also had okay subs, we'd have crit damage there. This one's HP, but it actually has good subs, which is unfortunate. And finally, another HP. Okay, okay. It is free at least, isn't it? Though it seems like these artifacts would still be better suited as fodder than what you're doing here. I guess for early game players, I can kind of see the appeal here. You know, if you want a full gladiator set and you're just getting some random 5-star artifacts here and there, and they turn out to be really bad, well, you can throw 3 in, get a guaranteed gladiator. Even if the subs aren't perfect, as long as the main stat is right, you know, it's still very useful for you know, early to mid game. But you know, after having raised like 20 characters and all those world bosses you have to kill, generally people will have a good amount of gladiators already. Although I still don't have very many crit damage helmets, but specifically trying to get a crit damage helmet from this is going to be basically impossible. I can say though, this is also potentially something good for min-maxers. Ones that don't raise a bunch of units, but want like a small selection of them absolutely perfect. This could be good because, you know, you don't need to spend a lot of resources raising a bunch of artifacts for a bunch of different characters, so you won't need all this excess XP for your other artifacts, right? And so when you have 3 useless hats here on a set you don't really need or whatnot, then yeah, you could turn it into a potentially perfect Oblige. Of course, the chances are, I would assume, about the same as just running the Oblige dungeon. Although this doesn't take any resin. Yeah, pretty useless flower here. It does have 4 subs at least, but other than that, yeah. I mean, we can do a couple more. There are some sets I don't particularly care for, like Wonders Troop in general. Of course, I probably wouldn't throw any perfect pieces in there. Like, I'm not really either of those 2. I raise a big variety of characters to a decent standard. None of them are really perfect. At the same time, you know, this is kind of a lot of XP we're throwing in there for potentially 5 or 6 more artifacts that are just also going to be fodder and thrown back in there. But I guess that's what it is, a roll of the dice each time. I could get a really good artifact out of here, we'll see. We're just gonna keep going. Most of these feathers are pretty bad, and we're gonna throw that in there as well. I don't wanna look at that, it's ugly. We can keep going, 24, maybe we can go up to 30. How far can we go? Is it infinite? Can you just put it as many as you want? Okay, 39. Why is that so weird? Just stop at 30. Ooh, okay. I'll keep it just in case. It is an attack gob with 3 good subs. You know, and Elemental Mastery is going to be good for this set because it increases Elemental Mastery. You're only going to give it to someone who wants Elemental Mastery anyway. Def Gob, we're throwing that in there though. Attack Gob, yeah. Here's a Def Sands on Viridescent, pretty bad though. And I think that is the most we can do now. Goodbye 39 5-stars. It was nice knowing you, but none of them are something I would raise anyway. They would just be fodder as XP. And there we go. Let's check them out, shall we? Animo damage bonus. It has potential, I guess, but I probably have better animo damage bonus goblets because it'd have to be off-piece. Attack Gob, generally pretty bad. HP Gob, same story. Attack Gob, same story. Now we're getting to the feathers. That one I would never raise. Probably never raise this one either unless I was super desperate and the 4th sub was good. Now the circlets, HP is a bust, def is a bust. Crit rate, eh. If the 4th sub is good, I would definitely consider raising it. Def is a bust. HP is a bust. 2 left back here. 1 flower, horrible, and a sands, horrible. So out of all of these, out of the 39 artifacts we just sacrificed, there's maybe 1 that has some promise. This crit rate circlet over here. And once I get it to 4 and it gives me flat HP, then it's also going to join the pile. Well, let's raise it, shall we? Let's get it to 4. Let's see if it joins the pile. I would accept attack. That's about it, actually. Oh, it's attack. Hey, potentially. Although there is still a chance for this one to go back in the garbage. And, okay, there goes flat attack. So that's 1 out of 2 strikes. If it goes to crit damage or attack percent now, okay, it goes to attack percent. If it goes to flat now, it's like I may as well finish it. Yeah, I went to flat def, the worst one. We're at a 4 stars anyway, so I'm not gonna... Actually, you know, looking at how much XP these 5 stars give, you know, on the other hand, it's not even half of a level at plus 16. So rolling for a new artifact, that might be worth it, honestly. It's just when you finally do get a good artifact, it's gonna be a much bigger pain to raise it without any fodder 5 stars. I think we're gonna continue here. I don't like running the Oblige dungeon, to be honest. Not only because it also has this, which I just generally don't care for, but also because I hate Abyss Mages. Definitely a risk-reward sort of balance there, I guess. Like, at the end of the day, you could throw 500 5 stars in and get 0 good ones back. Then you actually have thrown away 2/3 of your 5-star artifacts, right? Literally. At least when you're rolling the dice in like a domain or whatever, you are getting the artifacts, and then you can choose to use them as fodder, or I guess back here in the strongbox. Though yes, in that case you do have to use resin. I am thinking though, like on the other hand, Gladiator is a lot harder to farm. I just have so many of them already. I don't really want to do this too much in case they do rotate. Someone can leave that information in the comments below if you wish. I doubt they would just keep these here though. Anyway, this is garbage. This is actually, hey, that could be good. There's only 1 bad sub. It starts with 4, and this attack sands, good start. Bad subs, but you know, it could be okay if the 4th sub is good. We're gonna go and lock the flower, and I guess the sands. We'll do a few more for Gladiator to wrap it up, I suppose. So it is true that when you're actually trying to farm Gladiator, it is harder, but you do get them a lot more passively than every other artifact. You get them while farming, you know, for raising characters and all that. And I've already thrown away a lot of my gladiators, and I still have a bunch, so these are mostly the decent ones. And those are only the unlocked ones. If we go down here, we probably have a lot more locked ones. Yep, these that have some form of promise. So with that being said, let's use gladiators to get gladiators. Def Sands, I'm gonna keep it just cause Noel, and it's a decent one. This has 3 good subs and it starts with 4, so we'll keep it. This one is almost perfect. Also crit rate and crit damage, I love to see those stats, so we'll keep it. This one could also be good. Fine. Nah, I already have enough good flowers. We're throwing this one away. Let's just do 30. Potentially throwing away 20 gladiators. Let's see if we get anything good. Starting off with a goblet with def percent, so that's automatically bad. 6 circlets though. Actually, odds would be that one of them is crit damage, and I actually kind of need a good crit damage gladiator helmet. HP, attack, attack, healing bonus, HP, and HP. Well, thank you. Flowers, I already have several good ones, so unless there's like a 4 sub perfect, I'm not gonna be happy. And there is not. This one's decently close, but no crit rate or crit damage. That was really throwing away 20 gladiators without getting anything in return, and that's the risk you play. I want to do at least like one other set of 30, just so I can say like I threw away 100 artifacts. What set are we destroying now? I think we'll throw away some Maiden Beloved. I don't care for that either. There we go, we're at 30. I barely looked at them. Let's go. Oh yeah, we're doing Gladiator again. Pyro damage bonus. That would have been potentially good if the subs weren't absolute garbage. Attack Goblet. Shame it's attack, because the subs would have been acceptable for, like, I don't know, physical damage, any other element damage. Plume. Horrible subs. Helmet. Attack. Attack. Def. Bad. And pretty bad also. Sands is HP, and Elemental Mastery. I'm not keeping any of these. We'll wrap it up with one more. Oblige. Apparently I'm addicted to gambling and throwing all my artifacts in the garbage. At the end of the day though, I do want to create some space in here so I can farm the new artifact domain. Get some of those sets. What set are we throwing away now? I guess we're gonna go with some more gladiator. Just throw anything that's not an element in the trash. This one has some potential, actually. Geo damage, no, fine, I'll keep that one. Just gonna create more work for me when I realize that 90% of the ones I lock are actually nothing I would ever erase. So I'm just gonna go unlock them and throw them in there anyway. Elemental Mastery, horrible subs, electro damage bonus, horrible subs, def, attack. Let's just go all 39 for this, sure, why not? I love wasting resources. Goblets I have to take a little care of, but basically only if there's an element and the subs aren't absolute garbage. We're going for Oblige again, just because. Mix it up a little bit. Boom. So, did we get anything good? Attack Goblet, nope. Cryo damage bonus Goblet, nope. HP Goblet, no. Electro damage bonus Goblet, no. Why can the subs not just be the worst possible every time the main stat is promising? Please. I don't know. I think it's just like that. Well, you know, crit damage, attack, elemental mastery. If it gives me a crit rate at the 4th sub, we're gonna lock that, and we'll get that to 4. If the 4th sub is crit rate, you know, the whole thing was not worth it still, but I would feel slightly less bad. Oh, and here we have another crit damage. Unfortunately, that is a lot worse. We'll lock this one too. Flowers, not good enough. Not good enough. No, there's no crit rate or crit damage. That's close though. I am considering locking. We'll lock it, but I probably won't raise it. Attack sands? I know sands are a bit harder also, but that's kind of, I don't see many energy recharge sands either. We'll lock it for now, and that's just def. So there is some promise there. We're gonna raise it to 4. And we're going to be sad when it lands on flat def. We have no 4 stars or under anymore, so we gotta use these, which actually kind of hurts now. It's weird. It's like, when I'm using them as fodder, it feels like a waste because I could roll for a new artifact. But then when I'm rolling for new artifacts, it feels like a waste because I could use them for fodder. I guess to me anyway, it seems pretty equal about what you're gonna do, because on the one hand, I do have so many garbage artifacts, and this is kind of a solution to that. Whittle down your garbage and hopefully don't just get more garbage, but since the RNG is the same exact as if you were just to run more artifact domains, it's like, I don't know. I don't know even how to feel about it. But at the moment it feels like I'm getting scammed, so I don't like it that much. Oh, it is a low crit rate roll, but it is crit rate. You know, that's not horrible. Now let's watch it all go into the HP percent. Let's get it up a little bit more. Going to 8. There it goes, boys. Yeah, we got it. We got the HP percent. All right, here we are going to 12. Yeah, okay, man. This sucks too, because this is like, I needed a lot of artifacts for this piece of crap right here. And I would just put more into it, and it's only going to HP. If it went to anything else, I'm on a roller coaster here. I was happy about the crit rate, but then no, it just goes to HP. But yeah, I guess that'll do it. I don't have recommendations for or against this thing. You know how it works. It spits out random artifacts as if you were to farm them, I guess. I'm personally not going to be using it anymore unless these two down here switch, or maybe all 4 of them switch. I don't know. I might do it for the Viridescent set, because while that dungeon is by far the fastest I can do, it has Maiden Beloved, which I just don't care for at all. And sometimes I'm going like 3 runs in a row and just getting Maiden Beloved, and it pisses me off. So I would probably do it for Viridescent perhaps, and throw my the rest of my Maiden Beloved in there. Those are pretty much my thoughts on this thing. It's I don't know. It's there. You don't have to use it obviously if you don't want to. It's just an addition. It's an extra option. I think it's good they added it. But yeah, be careful, because at the end of the day, you could throw away all your artifacts for nothing. But yeah, I mean, you could also throw all of your resin away for also not nothing, though. You still get fodder at the very least, which is useless if you don't have good artifacts to put that fodder into. I know I've been questioning myself and kind of contradicting myself the entire video so far. I don't know. I'm kind of passionate about artifacts, and this confuses me because it makes me feel like it's cool and bad at the same time. But yeah, make sure to share your thoughts in the comments down below. If you did happen to enjoy this video, a like is always greatly appreciated. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.